Okay, so today I've got an issue with my heater control system. The driver's side, that vent and that vent, all of this side on the dual zone, just stays cold, no matter whether you put it on hot or cold. The problem is the V159 temperature flat motor. So if I go into the fault codes, this one is usually a cause of this one. So I've actually replaced mine already, but I thought I'd do a video and show you how to get to it, because for right hand drive models you can't find anything online, as I found out. So shut that down. First thing you have to do, without trying to strangle myself with the leads, you have to get this off. You can get a screwdriver in here, or if you've got some strong fingers you can just pop it out. That comes off. You've then got an 8mm bolt in there. You have an 8mm bolt in here that you can see in there. There's one that side, 8mm bolt, and then this is just on clips, so it just pulls out towards you. Some clips both sides, clips there as well. Then you have to disconnect the plugs. You squeeze the tabs, unplug that one. It's got a tab underneath. Sorry. That comes out. You need to disconnect this plug. So you have a tab here on the top, and then two tabs on the bottom, one here and one here. Apologies for the poor camera control. I'm trying to do this whilst holding the phone. 2 seconds. Okay, that leaves you with this. And our vent flap motor is just here. That is it, just there where that gold screw is. So you have to take this little vent off. So that's a T20 torque screw. So undo that. That just pulls off. There's nothing on the end of it. It's just a duct. You then have to take an 8mm bolt out of here behind the cover. Just pop that cover off. Take the bolt out. This has to come out. You take the screw out of the top of here. Behind the cover, behind here, is another 10mm plastic bolt, and then this lifts up. Don't try and pull it out like I didn't break it. It actually slides upwards and out of the clips, and then this pushes up and off. You then have to take a nut off of here. I think that was 10mm as well, if I remember rightly. And this comes away like so, which then just allows you to bend. And then clip that. That just literally allows you, gives you enough flexibility. Let's see if I can put the lamps on. Can't get to all the... So, there is one screw here. There is one screw above it. And there is one screw that side. And the arm, it's very hard to see with the camera, just pinches and you put it off. If you can see it, it's a bit hard to see, but on the top of that black arm is like a little knob. You just pinch it together and pull it away from it and it will come out. And that will leave you with this, your fending article. And then you just put it all back together in reverse, which I'm about to do. And that should solve the problem. Okay, so after you have replaced V159, this is how you do the adaptation. So you won't get rid of the fault code unless you do this. So VCDS. I've actually got the engine running, but the ignition on. HVAC. Go into your basic settings. Open up this menu. Potential and vent flap alignment. Mine says adaptation okay because I've already done it. It might say that anyway. Mine did. It said adaptation okay. But then you just push on off next and you let it do its thing. And it will come up on here, adaptation run. And you let it do its thing. And once it's finished, it should come up adaptation okay. You can then done and go back, click your fault codes and raise them. I've got no fault code found because I've already done it, so there you go, that should solve the problem. My heaters are now coming through cold, both sides on low, and hot on high, which they weren't before.